Welcome to the SalesDivvy guided tour. This video is about 8 minutes long. And when finished, you'll know how to use all the features offered in SalesDivvy to make connections with other salespeople, enter and trade leads with your associates, and track who is helping you the most. Let's get started. A few minutes after you've signed up for a free SalesDivvy account, you'll get an activation email with a link at the bottom. If you don't get your activation email, look in your junk or spam folder and mark SalesDivvy as a safe sender. Clicking on the link takes you to your user profile page. If you're only interested in trading leads with people you already know, you can just fill in your company name and upload a photo. Remember, you can always come back and edit your profile later. If you think you may want to find new associates to trade leads with, take a minute and fill in your info so that future associates can contact you. Don't worry, only the connections you accept can see your user profile. When done, hit Submit. You'll now see the buyer profile screen. Your buyer profile is vitally important because it describes to others the characteristics of leads you want to receive. When you fill out your buyer profile completely, SalesDivvy can find matches with other salespeople selling to the same type of buyers. Your name and company will show up as a choice when another user searches for allies. Fill in as much as you can to describe your perfect buyer. The more you describe your buyer, the better SalesDivvy will be at suggesting associates. When you're done, click Submit. Now you'll be on the Make Connections screen. In SalesDivvy, it's all about trading leads with your associates, so you'll need to start building your connections. If you already know someone who's using SalesDivvy, you can search for them by entering their first name and last name, or their email address, or their SalesDivvy username. When you find your associate, click on the Send Connection Request button to send them an invitation. They'll receive a notification that you want to connect. When they accept the request, you can start trading leads. More on trading leads in a minute. If you don't already have a trusted ally in the system, you have two choices. You can invite the lead share partners you have now to join SalesDivvy and connect with them after they have an account. Or you can use the button at the bottom of this screen. Search for associates with similar buyer profiles. SalesDivvy will look through all the sales professionals in the system and find the ones who are best matched to you. Remember, SalesDivvy uses buyer profiles to find matches. Make sure you've done a good job describing your buyer to get the best results. Two things to check before you send a connection request. First, make sure the other salesperson is not a competitor. You may need to send them a message through SalesDivvy or do some research on your own to be sure. The second thing you'll want to do now is click on View Buyer Profile next to their name. Is their buyer profile very close to yours? It won't do you any good to make a connection to someone who only sells to hospitals in Georgia if your target market is retailers in Arizona. Not everyone will find perfect matches, but by looking at their buyer profile, you'll be able to tell if a potential associate has enough buyer target overlap to do each of you some good. If you find someone that makes sense, go ahead and click on the Send Connection Request button. Your potential associate will get an email and will be able to accept the connection, or perhaps reply and ask you more questions about the type of leads you want or about your company. Once your associate accepts your connection request, they will show up on your list of associates. Now you're able to send them a lead, and they can send leads to you. Before we go any further, let's have a word about leads in SalesDivvy. SalesDivvy is a place for trusted associates to share lead insights, not just raw contact data. For you to be a valuable associate, you need to provide real value to your partners. The best practice is to only add a lead if you've actually had a meaningful conversation with a prospect. A meaningful conversation is one in which you've learned valuable facts during a real interaction. For instance, if you call a prospect and find out that they are in charge of purchasing certain types of products, and perhaps some information about their professional goals and priorities, that's a meaningful conversation. The more you can tell your associates about a lead, the more valuable the lead, and the more valuable you are as an associate. The best practice for you in order to develop a powerful lead-sharing network is to reward associates who give you real help and insights. And while it may sound harsh, you should replace associates in your network who give you just contact information. The best lead sharing partners adapt their prospecting script to look for leads for their associates. Even 1 or 2 additional questions added in your prospecting conversation can turn up extremely valuable leads for your associates. Your associates will then be incented to be proactive and help you. When entering a new lead, at a minimum, you will enter contact data, including company, phone, and email. The other fields are optional here. But let us emphasize once more, the more you can share about the prospect with your associates, the more valuable your leads are. Okay, here's how to add a lead to send to a new associate. Click on Leads on the menu bar, and you'll see the Add Lead screen. Once you've entered your lead, now you can offer it to your associates. It's simple. For every associate you want to offer the lead, click on their picture and drag it to the lead. The lead will highlight and give you a confirmation that the lead has been offered to that associate. Repeat to offer the lead to any number of associates you think might benefit. Note that your associates are not connected between themselves. Just because 2 people belong to your network, it doesn't connect them to each other. Your network is exclusively your own. Once you've offered the lead, your associate will get a notification when they log into SalesDivvy. They'll also be notified via email. They'll then have an opportunity to accept or decline the lead. For instance, they may decline your lead if they already know the contact or the lead is outside their territory. As your associates send you leads and you send leads to your associates, you'll start to compile statistics on how many leads you're getting and giving in SalesDivvy. Use these statistics to help you decide who your most valued allies are and if you're reciprocating enough to help them and keep them interested in giving you valuable leads. And that's SalesDivvy, a simple and effective way for you to trade leads with trusted associates. If you have any questions about using SalesDivvy or becoming a better salesperson, review our frequently asked questions page, read our blog articles, or just contact us through the SalesDivvy Help and Contact page. Our goal at SalesDivvy is to help you be a better sales professional and give you the tools to achieve the results you want.